How you guys doing? Josh here with Ohio Fish Rescue. Well, today I just wanted to share with you some of the beautiful fish here we have at OFR. Some that don't really get a spotlight all too often, but he's in this tank. So you guys seen we've been working on this tank and redoing the scape on it. It's clearing up a bunch, but we still got a lot more work to do with it. But looking at these marble cats, you can see they've got absolutely beautiful patterns on them. Well, back there in that corner is a Liarius pictus. Now I'm gonna wait and see if he comes up towards the front. He's got this spotted pattern on him, the big sail fin. And if you can see right through there, he's got this white stripe that usually goes around, and it's a white band. It's very predominant when they're juvenile. They lose it a little bit as he gets bigger. But ever since we brightened this tank up, it's been showing a lot more. And this is a beautiful catfish. You don't really see him all too often in the hobby, but he's been hiding out here for quite some time. Beautiful, beautiful fish. He's got long whiskers. They got bitten off some time ago and he's just starting to regrow. But when they do grow out, they'll get about longer than his body. We had one that was about 32 inches and his whiskers were 36 inches. They were longer than his body, which is just massive. Like, look at these guys. They're just beautiful catfish. This is the Liarius Marmaratis. They have a smaller fin, but they are just as beautiful. Also known as an Achara catfish or a marbled cat. Now, they keep going back and forth. There used to be a few subspecies of these, but there are a few. I have them in this tank. Don't know what you want to call them because they keep going back and forth, so I call them, you know, spotted marble cats or a road map kind. Let me see if I can see, like this guy here, he's got nothing but spots with a little bit of a marbled pattern. Same thing with this guy here. But you can see that one back there, he kind of has a more marbled pattern with less dots. Let me see, there's a third kind in here. See if we can find him. This guy here is like that second guy I was trying to show you. Less spots, more of just this marble pattern all throughout his body. Now I'm trying to find the last guy, and he's eluding me right now. Trying to give you guys some education as I'm just looking at these fish. Here goes the Liarius pictus. He's up front now. Look at that gorgeous pattern on him. You can see that white band in the sail fin that distinguishes the Liarius pictus from the Marmaratis. Oh, the last guy's right there on that back wall. We call him the road map because he's got bigger spotches on him. Let me see if I can get him in the light. Oh, we've got a bunch of camera hogs here. Alright, well, while he's playing around there, we'll go ahead and look at some other fish. And as soon as I can catch him when he's in the light, I can go ahead and explain what I'm talking about. Look at this gorgeous Niger or Ripsaw cat, Tarashuki cat. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Down here we've got the Giraffe Catfish. These are one of my favorites. They got a sweet pattern to them. Cool looking face, and they can get over 3 foot long. But they do a great job at cleaning the gravel. Just a beautiful fish. Look at this red-tailed giant gourami. You can see he's just starting to get the red back on his head and his fins. He lost it all because the bigger gourami was picking on him. And now that he's out of there, he's starting to get his color back. We have a smaller red-tailed giant gourami in here, and he is just flaming up on his tail. Kind of a little bit hard to see, but you can see on his outside fins, he's starting to get that deep red. Same thing on his head and his back fin. The larger they get, the more the red comes out. But these are a slower growing gourami, and they do not get as big as the normal giant gourami. And they are a lot more peaceful. They are not as aggressive. So a lot of your monster keepers would much rather have this red tail gourami because they look more beautiful and they're less aggressive. As opposed to like Heisenberg here, he is a very, very aggressive gourami. You put a new gourami in and he wants to fight him. So a little bit of education here for you guys. Alright, so let's take a look over here in this 650. This guy is a Wallago Leary. This was a rescue, and we've had him for quite some time now. He does have double gill curl. We've been thinking about actually doing this surgery on him. We just haven't had the time to do it. But he is a big boy. He's about 2 foot, maybe a little bit over. But he is a true Wallago Leary. People always ask about him, and he can get much, much bigger. He will eventually go out into the pond. Now, if we look over here, we've got the big Adonis Pleco. He's a big boy that always stays hidden, but he's about 34.5 inches when we measured him and put him in our system. Don't know what he is now, probably about 36. We've got a big 20-inch doveye right there. Alright, we're going to go and take a look at a few other things. Let's get an update on Hubert. So you guys have been asking about him, but look at his shell. So you can see all of this is about a 1/2 inch of new skin all the way around. That used to come out right where that little nub is, so it closed in around it. And he's got new skin forming in the back here, new skin forming on this side. Actually, where you see that pink is actually the only open part. This white is actually a fleshy material. It just has not gained the skin pigment yet. So right there in the center is what's still left of the scab, and right here is what's left of the scab. I am impressed at the amount of healing he has done. He is not done yet, but nonetheless, he's been with us a short time and he is looking great. And he's always wanting food. Look at that. So I got him trained. Every time I touch his nose, he comes up and feeds. So we give him apples as treats, which I will actually let you guys see here in a few upcoming videos. You guys seen him eat tilapia before, but seeing him eat fruits is kind of funny. So I just wanted to give you guys a little update on the sweetheart Hubert here. Okay, coming down the line. You can see in this tank there is a new addition. This was just dropped off today. This is a Chinese high-fin banded shark. He's about 10 inches or so, but he is a big boy and this is a beautiful fish. But as they get larger, they will lose that high fin and their body will become more elongated, but they also pick up a red hue to their body. So these guys will eventually join the tanks out in the pond room as they stay a little bit chillier, and this is more of an ideal temp for this little guy right here. But that is not all that was picked up today. Let's go take a look at something else. But while we pass here, we started our growth on Christmas moss because I think I've been talked into doing that small wall tank as a shrimp tank. Have it all planted so we never really have to worry about changing the water. And then we can also add in a few tiny fish there and make it like a whole living ecosystem. I think that would be pretty neat. But coming over here, the lights are off. But right down here are some big Ryukin goldfish. This one right here is named Fat Boy. But these guys will be joining the other Ryukins out in the globe tank. That is a 100-gallon globe tank. But we do have a few fish to rehome. We got channel cats. We have sun catfish. We have, what else is over here? Let's go take a look. Channel cats, pacu, tilapia, plecos, tiger shovel nose. We have our iridescent sharks. So we will slowly find these guys homes and wait to find out what else comes in next. So yes, we are getting a little bit later on in the night, so lights are starting to go off out here in the fish room. But you know what that means? Some of these fish start getting real active. You can just see this is from the overhead light there, but there's all these barbs and silver dollars, African arowana. They are super duper active. But what we just got finished with tonight, there's gonna be a lot of more fish added to this tank. So you guys are gonna have to stay tuned. You guys probably know what that means, but there is a video coming. Probably be the next one up after this video. We are not 100% complete, but I'd say we're about 98%. So you guys are gonna have to stay tuned and find out exactly what that is, and then see, we'll be moving around fish and find out exactly what happens, who gets moved where, who gets upgraded, and how are we going to escape the other tanks. So it's always fun moving fish around here at Ohio Fish Rescue, but what this also allows us to do, get these monstrosities out of the walkway, clean this place up a bit, to where you can have the view of these Bellagio tanks back. Yes, I'll just say it, we got the Bellagio tanks plumbed in. Well, like I said, 98%. We flooded the place because we changed a few things and forgot some things, and we ended up overflowing this tank here. But we are currently waiting on this tank to fill. So big things are coming. Oh, look at this little guy. Little platinum red tail. He's putting on some weight. He's tripled in size since we've had him. I am just about ready to move him up to a bigger tank. This guy will also get a tank upgrade. Sorry, I'm spilling the beans, guys, but I'm sure you guys all appreciate it. This black devil cat will probably be moved up to the 1,000 gallon, but that's it. I'm done. I'm not sharing no more for the night. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video of getting some updates on some of the fish, a little bit of informational on the 4,400 gallon, but it's always my pleasure to educate people, so I hope you guys learned a little bit. If you guys have any other questions about some of our fish, I would be more than willing to do a video and answer them for you guys. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more crazy adventures with the Ohio Fish Rescue, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, stay fishy, my friends.